This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back to episode 362. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad on Monday, January 13th. Hope you all had a great weekend. I was a little quiet today on just Substack in general. Today is a new moon, and for those that are not really into this type of thing, if you had a weird day or if people around you at work or at home were acting a little weird, lashing out, this could be why. It's a pretty powerful celestial alignment, and for those that are in tune with this type of thing, you may have been feeling tired of late or having some weird vibes. But my advice, and it's a simple one, try to stay positive for the rest of the evening. What your state of mind, your intentions tonight, especially heading into midnight local time, is going to amplify, whether positive or negative, for the next 12 to 18 months. So if you're having a horrible day and you're just thinking of bad thoughts, that might persist. So try to reverse some of this negativity into the end of the day, into your evening. Have a nice dinner. Have, a nice glass of wine if you don't drink alcohol. Have some decaf tea or something to just kind of calm that down. And if you're having a really great positive day, just think thoughts of thanks and gratefulness, and hopefully that will carry on for the next year to 18 months for you. But I've been having some really weird dreams and just have been feeling very heavy, run down, and I'm not sick anymore, as you can hear. But that's that. Let's jump right into breath. It was a confusing day. I guess that's poetic for the new moon in Gemini. We started off in the futures very negative. The EWJ, or the Nikkei, was down like over 1.5% overnight. It looked like it was going to be a really bad day to the sell side, and we recovered some, but I'll kind of peel the onion here. So we had 68 new highs on the NYSE versus 708 new lows. I repeat, 68 versus 708. We had 44% of stocks advancing versus 53% declining. 78% of stocks were below their 50-day. 57% were below their 200-day. Yet the Dow is up 358 points, almost a percentage. The NASDAQ was down 75 points, but at one point it was down much more than that. The S&P 500 recovered most of the loss, closed up 9 points. And it's basically the SPY, especially SPY, is dancing with 580. It tried to get to 580 all day, and once it got there, it just hugged onto 580 with a bear hug, like, please don't go, please don't go. And at the end of the session, the last 5-minute bar is bullish. Let me just check real quick in real time what was the volume on the SPY. We ended the session at 41 million shares traded with an average of 46 million average traded. So right around average, a little bit below. No biggie. It wasn't like 28 million shares traded. So on par with their daily average. So it was really kind of like a nothing burger day, but it was sneaky because yet we had all of this recovery in the afternoon. However, we still had 709 new lows on the NYSE versus only 68 new highs. So that's why I look at this stuff, right? It's like the complexion is still very weak. We're just sputtering, trying to defend some of these recent breakdown areas. Let's look at quickly mega cap. You had Microsoft down 0.43%, Nvidia down 2%, Apple was down 1%, Amazon was down 0.11%, Google 0.5%, Meta 1.35%, Tesla was green 1.6%. If you take a look at sectors, basic materials led the day, up 1.23%. Energy was second place, up 1.1. Real estate bouncing here, up 1. Industrials 0.89. Healthcare 0.75%. Financials 0.5%. Consumer cyclical 0.25%. Technology led to the downside, down 1%. Utilities were also down almost a stick. So very mixed bag, very confusing day. If you had to summarize, or if I had to summarize it, I suspect today's action was Wall Street waiting for PPI data on Tuesday morning and waiting for CPI data on Wednesday, along with banking Wall Street earnings on Wednesday as well. So when you take a look at what's coming, I think Wednesday has more catalysts because you have the CPI as well as Wall Street earnings in the morning, whereas on Tuesday, you only have PPI news really coming out. And, the beginning of the session, it really looked to me like they were just trying to make all the zero DTE calls and puts worthless. They were just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the house always wins, right? If all of it expires worthless today. Let's keep peeling this onion. What was strong in the S&P 500 today? I'm just doing this rapid fire. This is all percentages. CF Industries up 7.5. CVS up 7.3. Mosaic 7.4. Revity 6.9. Humana 6.7. Steel Dynamics 6.1. Deere 5.3. Albemarle 5.1. Waters Corp 4.6. Corteva 4.6. Builders First Source 4.4. Mettler Toledo International 4.4, Weyerhaeuser, don't know what they do, ticker symbol WY up 4.4, Valero Energy 4.3, Essex Property Trust 4.3, FMC Corp 3.9, Baxter International 3.9, United Health Group 3.9, and the list goes on. A lot of green on the S&P. In the NASDAQ, you have Baker Hughes up 3.8, On Semiconductor 3.2, Amgen 2.6. The week was a pretty long list as well. I'll just go through a few here, like maybe the top 10. On the downside in the SP, you had Moderna down 17.5. Edison, related to the fires in LA, down 11.2. Constellation Energy 7.1. Pacific Gas Electric 5.2. Also fire related. SMCI 5.29. Micron 4.7. Palantir 4.5, Dell 4.3, Ulta Beauty 3.6. The rest I'll leave for the premium members on the show notes. In the NASDAQ 100, you had Constellation Energy down 7%, Micron 4.6, Palantir 4.5, Palo Alto Networks 3.5, MongoDB 2.94. So for free members, I'm just going to reiterate, you want to continue to focus on the bigger picture, not the trees. Continue to watch the 10-year Treasury yield, as well as Japan. EWJ is a good one for cash session, or just Google the Nikkei futures for overnight prices. If you see the Nikkei fall hard, that potentially is a risk of the carry trade unwinding. If you don't know what that is, just Google the yen carry trade, or you can also search my Substack as well. Premium members, please stay on. I have about 15 to 18 charts to walk through today with you. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.